Hello guys, welcome to Architectural World. It's really been a long break. I'm sorry. That is because I work a lot these days. So today I have a new project that I want to work on, and I'm bringing this project to you guys because I want you guys to get every details of this project. Like when I said every details, I mean every detail. You understand? That's what we're going to be working on right now. Every detail. So first of all, we are using Archicad 2022. You can see it up here. We are using Archicad 2022 for this tutorial, and it's going to be a complete tutorial because I'm going to do the architectural, structural, electrical and mechanical. Please and please, if you are just coming across the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. So this is not going to be a short lesson. This is not going to be a short lesson. This is going to be a complete tutorial. Like I said, it's going to be a complete tutorial that by the end of this tutorial you'll be able to work your structural detailing, your electrical, mechanical, and complete a complete building plan. You know, other videos I've not been doing a complete tutorial, so that is why today, since I have a small job, I said let me use this small job to do a complete tutorial for you guys. So please don't forget. So let's dive in. So first of all, these are home page. I'm using Archicad 2022 for this design. These are home page. So on this home page layout, there are a lot of settings that you need to do. So since I'm designing a one-story building, first thing that you need to go into, the first thing you need to do is your settings. Because before I do any design, I always make sure that I complete my 3D before I do anything. So for you to get your 3D done, this is what you need to do. We'll come down to this home page. We already have the north elevation, the east elevation, the west elevation, and the south elevation. So now we need our 3D in order to plot our 2D. So let's come down. By your right hand side, you click on this stuff. You see these settings here. On these settings, right click on this place, go to story settings. I don't want to rush this class. If you are in haste, please visit the next channel, because many of my subscribers have been having issues about structural, mechanical and electrical. So right now I'm bringing to you guys structural, electrical and mechanical. Please don't joke with this lesson, and if you want this lesson to continue, please don't forget to like and share so that other architects that are upcoming are going to learn from this tutorial. So you come down to this is your ground floor, which is supposed to be, so you change this to damp proof course, that's DPC level. Then let's use the height of 1.350. Let's use the height of 1.3. Then we'll come here to DPC level, we'll come here to ground floor, we change this to ground floor level. Okay, we change this to ground floor, label this ground floor. Okay, we change this to 3.1 meter, or let's say I want the building to be more in height because I'm doing a roofless design. So let's change this to 3.6 meter, 3600. Okay, I'm okay with this. Now, some tutors out there are some people out there who always edit this stuff, but I really don't like editing this stuff. I don't know why, but there are some people out there who edit this stuff to first floor slab, ground floor slab, roof level. I really don't do it. I generalize everything and remove it during my construction. So after the ground floor, you come to your first floor slab. First floor. Okay, first floor slab. Okay, then I want this to be the same 3.6 meter, so I'm going to change this to 3.6 meter. Now I don't need any other stuff here. I'll just change this to 3.6 meter. I don't need any other layer. I don't need to plan. Those will give birth to themselves. So what I just need to do after this setting is for me to click OK. So I'll come here, I'll come down to my DPC level because this is the first place I'm working on. Then I'll click OK. Now from this, I've done my settings. So please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to drop a comment in case maybe I'm too fast or you're not catching up what I'm doing. So I'll come down to my settings, and this is done. Now I have a plain working environment to work with, but don't forget I already did a setting for a story building. So now what do I need? I'll come down to this, my design tools. You can see, in case yours is like this, you click your design tools, you come to your wall tool, you click your wall tool, you come to your wall setting. then you choose the size of the wall. This wall default setting is let's say is a layout whereby you edit the wall. This is where you can edit the wall that you want, the sizes of the block wall, the modeling, the thickness, the height, and every other thing you need to do regarding that wall. This is where you can get it done. Yeah, this is where you can get it done. So right now I'm using a block thickness. I have to turn on this so I can be able to edit the block thickness. Right now I'm using a block thickness of 225 millimeter. 225 millimeter block thickness. That's what I'm using. 225 millimeter block thickness. Then I don't need to change the height because I already done this on this part. If you recall very well, you realize that we made a setting on this part, and that setting we made, that is why this height here, you can see we are having a wall height of 1350. Let me show you what I mean. 1350. Let me show you. You come back to the spot, you come to story setting, you can see it here. This is DPC level is showing us 1350. You understand? So that is why we are having it here. So don't think why is it that the height is different. So we come here, we come to display, we turn this on, we change it to 225 millimeter. Then after that we come to this override surface. This override surface is all about model, the features, the color blending, and every other thing that you need. That is what you do with override surface. So I'll come here, I'll turn on this on, and I want all the down to be white. So I'm going to use glossy white for higher texture. I'm using glossy white. I'll link up surface. Now what does link up surface mean? Link up surface is a situation whereby you want all three sides to have the same model. Like you want the front, the back, and the edge to be using one model. That is what link up surface means. All three sides will be using one model. That is it. Okay, so this is what link surface means. So I'm done with that. I'll click my OK. Then I'm ready to work. So I'll bring the first wall here. I'll put this wall here. Okay, so after this being done, I don't like the settings, so I'm going to change this to something more preferable to me. Okay, I prefer this. So I'll call this off. Now there are some mistakes that architects normally do. There are some common mistakes architects always make. That is, they start creating designs without getting the site plan. That is the mistake many architects makes. Before you start creating your design, please, first of all, plot your survey plan. You need to plot your survey plan before you can start creating your design. You can see now I've started creating the design, and I don't know if what I'm creating is going to fit into the client land. I don't know if you understand it. Now I've started the design. What if what I'm creating doesn't match what the client has? What if after I've created the design and it couldn't fit into the land? What then do you think? What then do you think that is going to be the issue? What is the solution? What's the way out? So that is it. So first of all, what I have to do is to create my survey plan. I have to plot it. So I'm going to take this off, then I'll plot my survey plan. So I'll come down to my design, come down to document, I'll pick my line tools, I'll increase the line colorings. Then I'm okay with this. I'll change this to geometry method. Okay, so I'll pick the first line. The client is having a land size of 7 meter. That is what 7.9 meter. That's what the client is having at the back. 7.9 meter. Okay, then we are having 4,500 at this part. Then we are having, let me check my survey plan properly. Then we are having 4,650 at this part. Then finally we are having 720. We are having 720. Sorry, we are having 5,720 at this part. So we just align this to this, then we align this to this. Now you can see this is the client land. This is the client land. It's a kind of inheritance though. So this is the client land. Now, as an architect, let me dimension this land very well so you will understand the sizes we are working on. Let's dimension this land. Okay, where's our dimension tools? We'll come here, let's pick this part. I will please, let's not rush the class, so by at the end of it you can be able to understand it properly. And in case you're just coming across the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. So let's dimension this land because we are working with the client land, not with our land. We didn't bring any land of ours. We were contacted to create a design that fits into any given land. So that is what I always tell you guys, that my class, I don't rush them. Okay, now this is the land. This is the client land. You can see here we're having 7.9 meter, here we're having 4.5 meter, and here we're having 4.650 meter. Then here we're having 5.720, and here we're having 12.550, and here we're having 10.220. So now how do we design a 3-bedroom duplex that fits into this land? This is the magic. How do we design a 3-bedroom duplex that can fit into this land? According to the client, it has to be a 3-bedroom duplex, and this is all what the client has. Because from this end spot to this spot, let me plot in the road analysis. From this end spot to this spot, this is all about the client road. Let's take it this way. Let's take this to be 3.5 meter. Okay, this road part. Okay, let me move this to match in. Now this is the road, you understand? This is the access road. So this is the only property that the client has. First, let's save this project. Let's come, let's go to desktop, then let's come to the company. Okay, now let's create, I think we should save this project in documents. I think that would be easier for us. So while on document, let's create a folder. Let's go for 3-bedroom duplex. Okay, now let's save the project inside this, and let's end this to 3D. Perfect. Okay, now I just saved the project. So this is the client land. Like I said, the client has given you the land, and you are about to create a design that matches what this client has given you. So for you to achieve that, there is one thing you need to first understand. Now we are having a 7.9 meter in total at the back width, 7.9 meter. Now how do you go about this 7.9 meter? First, since there is no much land, you have to have an offset of 1 meter for your waterfall and your compass piece. Let's assume we are having an offset of 1 meter here. Okay, we drop this here. Okay, sorry, I don't need this. I have to change this back to straight line. Okay, now let's say we are having an offset of 1 meter at this spot, okay, then we'll come down to this spot. We're having the same offset of 1 meter at this spot. Okay, let's have the same offset of 1 meter at this spot. Now, okay, now we still need the same offset of 1 meter from this spot, because you can't just design a building that matches the fence. It's not possible. You can't design the building and you expect the building to match the fence. The client has to walk through his or her compound. So we are having an offset of 1 meter from this spot. Then right here we are having another offset of 1 meter. This is how to plot. Now in a situation where you have larger space, you can decide to use an offset of 1.2 meter or 1.5 meter when you have more space. Now from this design, the car park, the garage is still going to be the safety tank. We're going to do everything together. So now let's go in slowly. Now you can see, now I have my 1 meter here, and this is the final space in the front of the compound. Then here I prefer to have another 1 meter here. Let's have another 1 meter here so we don't congest the environment. Let's have another 1 meter here. In case, please don't be confused, it's still going to be plain. Okay, now from this sector, this is what I am allowed to work on. Let me move this one to this part so you understand very well. Now from this sector of the land, This is what I am allowed to play on. So that is when I now come down to my wall tools and pick a wall that matches this spot. Let me show you guys. I'll pick a wall that matches this spot. I'll move it to the spot. Okay, I'll bring it here. A wall that matches this spot. Let me change this. I don't like that. Okay, so I'll rotate a copy of this. I'll rotate a copy of this and paste here. Okay, let's bring it here. Now guys, you can see I'm trying to create my wall, so I'll bring this again. I'll bring another copy of this. I'll put it here. Okay, now after doing that, I'll create a copy of this. I'm trying to form the square before I start playing. I've not started playing on the building. I'm first of all trying to create out what I really need to get this job done. Now I'll put this here and I'll delete all this. These are not necessary. I'll delete this. I'll take this off. I'll take. Okay, after taking all off, I have to take away the lines that I indicated. Now let me take out all the lines that I installed. Okay, now I'm taking them all off. I don't need them anymore, so neither do I need this wall. Okay, no, I think I need this wall, so I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. Now guys, you can see this is what I am allowed to build on. This is why I said architecture is all about intellectual thinking. You have to visualize the possibility of making things that seems impossible to be possible. Now don't forget, this is the client land. From this perimeter down to this perimeter, and down to this perimeter, down to this and this and this is the client land. Now I want to build a structure on this small land, and this is what I want to use. Now let's see the total width of my building. I have a total width of 5.9 meter. Perfect. You can see now by the end of my structure, by the time I finish my construction work or my architectural and site job, I'll be having a total space of 1 meter at all angle for a client to go through. I'll be having a total space of 1 meter for a client to go through. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'll be having a total space of 1 meter for a client to go through at the end of my job. You understand? So now, since I don't have much space, the client could either decide to put the safety tank up, or we can decide to bring it here. So let's dive into our class. Like I said, in case you're just coming across the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out our amazing class. Don't forget. Now it's time to start creating. How do I create? What do I do with the downside? The client said he needs a 3-bedroom duplex. That's what the client said, that he needs a 3-bedroom duplex. The question is, how do I achieve that 3-bedroom duplex on this minimum land size? This is a high minimum land size. How do I achieve a 3-bedroom duplex? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I'm trying to tell you that some jobs are very difficult, but because you are a professional, you make them seem easier. Now, what do you think of when you are being confronted with a job like this? What do you think of? You start thinking, what is the possible dimension for a dining? Let's assume we want to make use of a dining, because we have a total of 5.9 meter, and let's say we should make our dining 2.5 meter. Okay, let's drop it here. Then let's make the length of our dining to be 3.6 meter. Let's just assume we want to go with 3.6 meter. Okay, see, since it's a residential house, space is highly needed, even though the client does not have space. So we create a copy of this wall and we drop it here. Then we create a copy of this wall. Okay, and we drop it here likewise. Perfect. So we got our dining on this. We take away this, we take away this, we take away this. Okay, so now let's align this dining wall. I want to align this dining wall so that I can be able to use here as the kitchen. This is going to be as the kitchen. Okay, it's going to be as the kitchen. Now I've gotten a dining and I've gotten a kitchen because I'm having my balcony at this spot. I'm going to have my balcony at this spot. I'm coming to that. Hold on. let me think. Now I'm having this as a dining and I'm having this as a kitchen. So now what do I need? What do I have left? Let's think. What is my remainder? I'm having a total of 517 at my remainder. Now don't get me wrong, there is no way I'm going to create a design to match into the compound itself. So I have to think of possibility of having at least 2-meter distance from the fence, from the main road, at least 2-meter distance from the main road. You can see, and if I have a 2-meter distance from the main road, I'll be left with 3.170, which is too small for main lodge. So which means I have to rework on this, my first calculated space, to be 2.8 meter. Let's bring this to be 2.8 meter. Then let's move this backward. Let's move this to match 2.8 meter. Okay, now we have this to be 2.8 meter. Then what do we have here? Let's take away this, then let's take away this. Now what is the leftover, guys? What is the leftover? We have it 3970. I really want this thing to be at 4 meter. Okay, let's just play with this. So if we are to play with this, what do you think we need to do? What do you think we need to do if we are to play with this? What do we need to do? Okay, let's bring this first to this. Let's create a copy of this to match this. Then let's still leave that one first. Then now we are looking for what will I say? We are looking for the main lodge and the stair room. That's what we are looking for. The main lodge and the staircase room is what we are basically looking for. The main lodge and the staircase room, and a visitor toilet is highly needed. The visitor toilet is highly needed, and this is why architecture is highly complicated. You don't jump into the field when you don't even know where to start from. You need to undergo the basic training, the basic process of architectural design. Okay, so now let's think. Let's use our brain. We need a staircase room and we need a kind of design. So let's just align this first. Let's take this to be this first. While we having a double wall there. Okay, sorry. Let's drag this to come this way. Then let's take this up, I won't need it. Then let's create a kind of design of 0.9 millimeter. Let's say 900. Okay, let's go with 900. Let's come to this spot. Then let's cut this. Let's split this. Let's split this with our split tools. Then let's move this to match this spot. Okay, let's trim this off and let's take this off. Then we need to take this off. Now if you check what we are having from the main compound, I think we are having 0.7 at this spot. Let's check that on 3D. Okay, let's check this very well properly. Okay, it's coming up. So this is what we are having right here. Okay, so let's keep working with this. Please don't forget to save your project. Always remember to save your project because it's very, very important. Always remember to save your project. Okay, don't forget to save your project. Now after we have gotten this, what else do we need? We are trying to create a design, so I don't think we'll be needing this wall. Let's see our light first. Now what do we need? Let's see what we are having here. We need a staircase. We need a staircase room. We need a staircase room. So which automatically means we have to go here to be 600 millimeter. Let's assume this to be 600 millimeter. Let's align this to this, then let's align this to this. Okay, let's bring this here first. Then let's try to create a staircase. What do you think? Let's come here. We're supposed to have an equal flight, a total flight of, since we are having 3.1 meter, let's check something. Hold on guys. Okay, Yeah, so let's create all this part to be our staircase. Let's go for 900. Likewise, let's go for 900. We really don't have much space, so we have to work with what we have. Let's go for 900. So this is going to be our staircase region. Let's keep trying. What do you think? Or let's make this 1 meter. Let's see what we have here. We're having 3.970 by 4.1 meter. Okay, let's bring this wall a bit backward to 300. Let's make this 300. Okay, perfect. So let's align this to this, then let's recap this. Let's take this wall to this place. Perfect. So let's see what we have for the staircase. Okay, we're having 1.2 meter for the staircase, so we're going to have 600. 600 is going to be the first flight from the staircase, and we're having 1.2 meter for this. Okay, we put this here, we come down to the spot, we have another 200 for this. Okay, let's come this way. I'm kind of trying to grab something because I need a visitor toilet, which is very, very essential. So let's drop this here first, then let's create a wall here and see what we have. Then let's bring this wall here and see what we have. Okay, now if we are having this wall, so automatically we're having this and we're having this. So what is the size of this wall? This is 1.2 meter by 1.211. So let's reduce this. Let's reduce these two walls to 150 millimeter. Let's reduce the block wall of this block thickness to 150 millimeter. Okay. Now we're having a block reduction of 150 millimeter because basically this is going to be a visitor toilet. But to me, I think this visitor toilet is going to be stressful. Yeah, I think it's really going to be stressful. Kind of. Let's think it through. Visitor toilet, because if we're having a flight here, and we are going further here, okay, the door is going to fit here, so I don't think that's going to be stressful to us anymore. So let's just bring this wall here. Let's change this to red. Okay, then let's take this to this and take this to this. Let's align. Okay, this is supposed to be the first place to take. Let's come here and let's come here. Then let's take this to this. Let's bring this. Hold on, guys. Let's bring this. Okay, so now this is going to be the staircase region. This is where we are flying from. We fly from this part down to this part. For us to work this, we can easily come down to this spot and bring our 300 millimeter. Okay, this is going to be 300 millimeter. So we create a copy of this. Let's assume. Perfect. So we come to this. We take this to this spot. We need the line tools for this. We come down to this spot. Okay. Then we come down to this spot. Then we change to this. Then we come down to 300 millimeter. 300 millimeter. Okay. Then we keep on going to this. Okay, to this. To this. We keep on duplicating this. Okay, we keep on going to this, and finally to this. Okay, so this has to come back to fit into the landing properly. So we take this to this, and that is done. Okay, so this is going to be our staircase room, and this is going to be our main lodge. You can see very well, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. In case you're just coming across this channel, please subscribe to this channel, and please don't forget to turn on the notification bell, so you can see what we are creating. This is what we are creating right now. You can see how amazing it is. It's amazing, super amazing. You're gonna like it, trust me. You're really gonna like it. So let's keep going into this tutorial. So let's not keep the client waiting. Now we are now having a total main lodge of let's say 4.1 by 3.97 square. This is the total main luxury we are now having. This is luxury in an affordable way. So now these are dining. Now let's try something. These are dining area. Let's go to this part. These are our dining area, 2.8 meter. I could decide to make this 2.2 meter and take away 600, or I made this 2.5 meter. Let's leave the dining to be that way. Okay, I'm still thinking of where to reduce from this dining. Let's work it out. Now this is 2.5 meter, and what is left here? What do we have here? 2.7 meter. Okay, let's make this dining 2.3 meter, 2,300. I think 2,300 is fair for this dining. 2,300 is fair. Okay, sorry, 2.3 meter is fair. 2,300 is fair because the kitchen need a balcony. So let's not give all rooms to the dining. Let's come this way. Okay, perfect. 2,300. Then let's come this way. Okay, that's, we are now having 29,750. Then we are having 2.8 meter. So automatically we need a 900 here. Okay, we need a 900 here. Okay, so which means if we are having this 900 here, automatically it simply means that the kitchen is now small. Let's check something, because we need a balcony. So which means the kitchen is now very small. So I don't really think we need a large balcony for this. We really don't need a large balcony for this. So which means we have to align this wall to match with this wall. Then we take this off. So this becomes a balcony, and the leftover space becomes the kitchen. I think it's fair this way. This leftover region becomes the kitchen. So automatically we have the kitchen cabinet on this part. Or what do you think? We have the kitchen unit on this part, or I think we should make this to come this way. Then we can have all these areas for the kitchen. Let's take this wall to this part. Let this wall come here, and let's take this to this. Okay, so we cannot have this as a balcony, and then we cannot have this section to be the kitchen completely. So because we're going to have a door here, to access this kitchen, and we're going to have another door here to access this. So we are using L shape for the cabinet. Okay, that's perfect. We're going to do that on the ground floor, because this is still the DPC level. You can see very well. You can see perfect. This is the guest toilet. This is the main lodge, and this is the staircase region. Then this is the dining. And this is the kitchen. So this is going to be the garage. So let's go into that. This is going to be the garage. Okay, this is going to be the garage. So automatically we don't need this wall. This wall is not needed right now. Okay, this wall is not needed. So this being done, where do you think we are going to put the entrance door? Okay, we'll put the entrance door here. We are not yet on that spot, so let's keep going, guys. So in case you're just coming across this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. By the end of today's episode, we'll be learning how to put our ground floor slab, because that's where we're going to be ending our today's class. So let's come to this part. Then right here we need to split this wall, because we need a bigger wall of this. We split this wall. Then it's either we change this to column. Okay, what do you think? Do you have that column? Let's go with column. Let's change this. Let's leave this wall first. Okay, let's go to design tools. Let's pick our column tools. Let's come to this part. Let's change this to let's say, let's just go with 3.6 by 3.6. That's 720 plus 1350. Now I want this column to run from the ground floor, from the DPC level down to the upper side. I want it to run, so I have to add up everything. That's like, let's say 3.6 meter times 2 plus 1350. So that's a total of 8550. That's the total, 8550. Okay, sorry, I have to take away, because I'm already having this, so I have to take away the 1350. So I'm just going to add the ground floor and the other floor. That's 7 7200. Okay, that's what I'm adding, 7200. Okay, then I'll come down to my model. I'll change this to glossy white. Perfect. Then I'll let go. Then I'll come down to this part where I have to choose the size. I need 600 here. I need 600 on this. Okay, let's say 600. That's what I want. I want it to be 600. Okay. Okay, perfect. So I placed it here. I'll come down here and move this to this spot, to this. Okay, perfect. Let's check that on 3D, guys. Okay, you can see this is why you need to follow commands. You can see very well that following command is very, very essential in everything you do. You can see I've now made a total command, and this stuff is running from the ground down to the final level. Now this is how you play with command. You can see this is how you play with command. Okay, I'm trying to create my design. So what is the next step? What do I need to do next? I have to come down to this spot. Okay, what do I need? The rest is going to come later. So I think I'm done with this part. I'm done with the downproof part, and I have to take this off. Because I won't need it. Let's check that in 3D. Okay, perfect. This is my garage. Don't forget, guys, this is a garage. This is where I'm using for the car park. So this is a garage. So let's come down to this spot. So let's save our project. What is the next? We need our slab. Let's go for our slab. Come down to settings. We change this to ties. Let's change this to ties. Okay, then change this to this. Edge. Let's go to glossary. Edge. I think that's okay. Activate this to 150mm. Slab thickness 150mm. Then slab height 1350. Okay, you come down to, you click your OK. You pick this polygonal method. You take all edges. Now I'm trying to create my slab. Now for me to create a slab that covers this section, I have to create a line tools. I need a line tools for this to match this. Okay, then I need another line tools for this to match this. Okay, so now I can come back to my design tools and pick my slab tools. I've already done the settings, so I'll just continue from what I was doing. Okay, you come down to this spot, you pick this. You come down to this spot, you pick this. Then you come back here and you pick this. Okay, so I take this off, then I take this off. So let's check what we just did on 3D. Let's check this on 3D, guys. Perfect. You can see this is extremely perfect. You can see very well. It's perfect, but these are different layer. Let's come back, guys. Let's come back to this, and let's do something here. Okay, let's bring this to this. I want this to go up to this spot. Okay, then I want this to come to this spot. Perfect. Then I have to create another slab here. A square slab is needed here. I'm going to tell you why. Then I have to remove this. Okay, let's go to 3D so we can edit. Now this is garage. This has to come down to, let's say 800. Okay, because this is a garage, so it has to come down. This is a garage. So let's come back to 2D. You see the reason why I always tell you that the best way to start your design is to first of all go into your 3D, because that is the guide. Your 3D is what will enable you to do anything that you want to do. That's the guide. So let's come down to the spot. You can see very well, guys. You can see that it's not right where I want it. Okay, you can see very well. I'm having it exactly where I think I need it. That's where I'm having it, where I think I need it. Let's come back to this spot. then this wall has to go to this spot, because this is the entrance. This is the entrance. But I'm going to work step on this later, or I think it's better I just work the step now, because I really don't like this part that I'm doing. So let me take away this, let me bring this to this end point here, then let me create another point here. Okay, so if I should have this, let me check it on 3D. If I should have this now, if I should have this, how do I assess my project? How do I assess it? So I need a slab. Here. Then I have to change this to this. Okay, now I need a staircase here, and I need a height of a width of 300 millimeters. So I'll come down to my 3D. Then okay, since I'm already on my 3D, I have to bring this, increase this thickness of this wall to be like, let's say 800 millimeter. Okay, then I have to offset this to 1.2. I have to offset this to 1.2 meter to have my first staircase. Perfect. Now you can see I'm trying to create my entrance step. So I'll come down to this spot, I'll click this, I'll bring it here, I'll come down to this spot, I'll minus 150 millimeter from this. So I'm going to have 1050. I'm depreciating this step because I need a total of 4 flights. So I'll come down to this spot again, I'll create another here, then I'll come down to this. Then if I take away 150 from this, 100, 150, so I'm going to be having 900 on this. Then I'll come to the final step, I'll create it here, then I'll take away 150 from it again. So if I should take 150 from it, I should be left with, let's say, 750 millimeter. So that's my final ground level. So let's come this way. Hey guys, what do you think? What do you think? So you can see this is my final ground level, and for this you now realize that I don't need this wall anymore, and neither do I need this wall, neither do I need this wall, and neither do I need this wall. So for these two walls to connect, I have to drag the stair walls. For these walls to connect, I have to drag each of the stair wall to fit into this, then take this to fit into this, then take this to fit into this, then take this to fit into this. Now you can see guys, so let's check our 3D. Let's go back to our 3D. Okay, perfect. Now the garage is still up. So which automatically means we have to bring the garage down. We have to bring this garage down to 600 millimeter. Okay, now this is the garage. We have to bring it down to 600 millimeter. This is the garage. We're going to create a ramp here because this is the final floor level. We're going to create a ramp here. There's going to be a ramp here later to match with the ground floor level, because this is the final ground floor level. This is a garage, and this, now let me tell you why that is a garage. I think I should put a car there so you understand what I'm doing. Okay, let's come to objective. Let's come here, let's go to cars, let's pick a car that can fit into that spot. Okay, let's take this, let's place it here, then let's take this, let's rotate it to match this spot. Okay, now guys, you can see we are having a car here, let's go to the car settings so we can be able to reduce the dimension. Let's reduce this to 600 and see. Okay, let's check that in 3D. Okay, we need to take this. First, let's check this. What do we have? 600. Then let's check this. What do we have? Bottom, side dimension, bottom.